Jiggy cat on a damn killing spree. This is not good, so and you can't mimic my energy. 100 rounds drawn and me hanging like a centipede.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Nagato's Revenge, and hopefully everyone is doing okay and hopefully everyone is staying safe. For today, I have some crazy news to announce to you guys, as probably as many of you guys who are into the PlayStation 4 modding scene. If you've been keen to, just looking up on Twitter or just checking your favorite, hacking forum sites and stuff like that, you will know that the PlayStation 4 has a new kernel exploit that has been released from 7.02. Recently, I'll just kind of give you a little rundown on this story. I was just scrolling on Twitter, just checking stuff on my Twitter, and I noticed that from the official Flow, if you guys don't know him, he is one of, a famous exploiter that has, hacked the PlayStation Vita. He's done stuff for the PlayStation Portable scene. He's released tons of exploits such as like Hankaku Enzo. So he's pretty, renowned and, well known in the modding scene, the exploitation scene, I should say, when it comes to modifying consoles. I seen this tweet right here and I was like, whoa. And I think I was actually one of like the first people tweeting it, and as you can see here, as I'm recording this at 10 p.m. at night, over 1,000 people has seen this. But with that being getting out the way of the short story, what I'm planning on doing today, this video itself won't be like heavily edited. I will just kind of give you a rundown and some key things to know about this exploit itself, and just kind of give some general synopsis on what this means for the actual homebrew community as well as for the end user. So as you can see here, that this exploit itself, firmware 7.02, still needs a Webkit exploit, which if I go to via right here for the GitHub, it's basically for 6.50. However, if I go back to another tweet via right here, the Flow actually tweeted, apologies, the Webkit exploit works up to 6.72 firmware. So what this basically means, from 6.72 firmware and basically lower, if you have a PlayStation 4 on that firmware, you can basically have a Webkit exploit and a kernel exploit, which is soon not to be out since it's literally today since this exploit release. However, I will keep in tune for you guys if a major exploit, both the kernel and Webkit exploit, releases on the scene, and I'll probably do like a mega tutorial guide on how to basically update from 5.05, because me personally, I have a PlayStation 4 that I haven't even been touching that's on 5.05. So this is pretty good for the end user, since if you guys remember, 5.05 systems can only play basically games that are under 4.05 firmware. And with this exploit, if something releases for 6.72, which I'm sure it will be done in a week or how long or ever, of course there's no ETAs to that. I'm just giving a guesstimation on my opinion on it. But we basically may see ports of RetroArch getting ported to like 6.72. a lot of homebrew needs to basically get ported, payloads and such and so forth via like the use of mirror hen, and that's what I'll be kind of reiterating here in a second. But if you guys are nerds like me and you want to kind of see how the exploit was done, or you just want to see how basically this exploit was accomplished, you could check out the hackerone reports here, which was linked basically in the actual tweet itself. And anything that I'll use in terms of resources and supplementary reading for today will be in the link in the description down below. But you can kind of see the proof of concept. I'm not really going to read through this because honestly I don't really understand this mumbo jumbo myself, but I think it's pretty cool to read along on how the exploit is working in terms of that. And you can see here that even PlayStation gave a 10,000 bounty for finding this bug itself, which is pretty cool that PlayStation is supporting the exploit scene in that type of sense. But with that being all out the way, we're going to go ahead and I'm gonna use another link from Rololo.net, which is a great website which I use in terms of for like the latest hacking news. Just to reiterate what I'm saying, the hacker TheFlow releases a kernel exploit for 7.02. And basically, like it says here, this may be the biggest release since the past 2 years, because as many of you guys know, for 5.05 firmware was basically like the last firmware that you could hack on your modded PlayStation 4. So it's kind of limited. Not that many people had modded systems, or if people did, they're already updated. So what does this mean for like the end users? So let me just get to this point. So as stated here, a public web exploit does exist up to 6.72, so it's possible for a jailbreak for that firmware to come sooner than 7.02. And you can see other developers such as Diwidog, Flat, SpecterDev is on the roll in terms of helping out this exploit. In terms of that, and you could just reiterate what I stated here. So basically, the gist of this story, or basically just this news report that I'm giving to you guys, there is a new kernel exploit out. Very excited for that. I would definitely stay tuned to like websites like me, or my channel, or check out Wolonet, or just check around in the scene, because there's some major things that's probably happening to the PlayStation 4, and this could mean newer homebrews could arise on the scene, new payloads, plugins, and I guess even dumping newer firmware games. Not really going to get into the piracy side of things, since I really don't care about that for PS4. I'm more focused on what can happen in terms of homebrew. But with that being said out the way, if there's any new jailbreaks and anything in terms of that, I will definitely have a updated guide on my channel when that releases and launches. But with that being all out the way, once again, all of the links will be in the link in the description for today's source. But my name is Nagato's Revenge. I know this video was kind of unedited and kind of raw, but I just had to get the news out to you guys. But with that being said, my name is Nagato's Revenge, and thank you guys for watching. Peace. Hey everyone, it's me, Nagato's Revenge here. Hope you guys did enjoy today's video. With that being out the way as well, I highly do recommend that y'all guys go ahead and follow my social media, so you never miss any of the latest hacking guides and tutorials on my channel by subscribing to me and hitting that notification button as well. It's another method on how you will know when I drop my latest content, whether it be for the Vita, PS4, PS3, and such and so forth. As well, if you want to be in the mix of things and you want to join my official community, you can join via the link right now showcased on the screen and join my Discord that way. And if you do want to support my channel in any shape or form, you could become a patron. I will have a card right now. But with all of that getting out the way, hope you guys really did enjoy this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Nice and silky smooth.